Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Amir Hidayat Bin Othman. My student ID is 2019229724. So in this video, I'm going to present about my individual assignment MEM 673 World-Class Manufacturing. So in this video, I will present to you a company that implement an IR4.0. As you can see in the middle, I chose Huawei as my company to talk about implementation of IR4.0 in their company. So there will be three main points in this video. So the first one is introduction, the second one is IR4.0 implementation, and the third one is the benefits IR4.0, the advantages of the adoption of IR4.0 in the company. Now let's get into the introduction. So about Huawei, it is a multinational company headquartered in Shenzhen, Guangdong, China. It was founded in 1987 by Ren Zhengfei, which is a former engineer in the Chinese People's Liberation Army. When we heard Huawei from other people, all we can think of is their smartphones. But as time passes, Huawei currently a leading global provider of information and communications, also known as ICT, infrastructure and smart devices. So here are the example of Huawei's product. So they have smart devices like smartphone, smartwatch, tablets, and so on. They also have cloud computing, where they use the cloud service as a product to their customer. They also expert in telecommunication infrastructure, home devices, networking equipment such as the router in our house, and so on. So from all the products I listed before, Huawei's company successfully implement almost all the pillars in Industrial Revolution 4.0, but I managed to get 5 which are the most highlighted in the company. So they are cloud computing, Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, and augmented reality. We'll go through one by one. So the first one is cloud computing. Huawei used this cloud computing technology as a storage service to their customer. They use cloud computing and named it Huawei Cloud. So if you go to the website and search huaweicloud.com, you will see a bunch of offers of cloud-based solutions. In my presentation, I only highlight 3 services as they offer to the customer or developer. So the first one is Elastic Cloud Storage, also known as ECS, which allow users to create and manage virtual servers in the cloud, providing scalable computing resources for various applications. So for example, the organization can adjust its storage requirements in terms of its capacity and processing with respect to operational requirements. Number 2, Virtual Private Cloud, VPC, a secure isolated private cloud hosted within a public cloud. Customer can run code, store data, host websites, and it's hosted remotely by the provider, which is Huawei. And for the third, Object Storage Service, which is a cloud storage that lets you store virtually any volume of unstructured data in any format. It is a type of cloud-based storage solutions that stores a data as an object rather than files that we usually store in normal cloud. The benefit of it is it can store a large amount of data. Next, we move on to Internet of Things. So Huawei implement IoT. They create a software named Harmony OS. Harmony OS is an operating system, just like iOS, Android OS. Harmony OS is from Huawei itself. So their operating system also works like an iOS, which they interconnected between devices such as laptop, smartphone, smartwatch. Huawei also sees Harmony OS as an Internet of Things platform. So maybe your laptop can install an Harmony OS, your smartphone can install it, your smartwatch can, so they can interconnect between each others. Compared to Android OS, Android cannot install in a laptop because we usually know laptop either run Windows or operating system from Apple. So this is what makes Harmony OS is different from others. And then we all do know that Huawei is no longer accessible to Google since May 2019 for national security reasons. But with Harmony OS, they no longer rely on Android anymore. Next, artificial intelligence. Huawei introduced their artificial intelligence technology as Huawei High AI. It consists of 3 items: High AI Service, High AI Foundation, and High AI Engine. High AI Service is an open AI capability platform for smart devices that adopts a chipset device cloud architecture. For example, a smart TV that before this doesn't have an AI, they can install this service to implement an AI in the TV. Number 2, High AI Foundation. Kirin SoC, which stands for System on a Chip, is a chipset by Huawei that enables AI technology, works like a charm. So basically, this chipset has been integrated in Huawei's smartphone, and it operates just like any artificial intelligence do. For example, understand the user behavior to make it more efficient to the user. For the High AI Engine is an operating system which Huawei named it EMUI, not to be confused with Harmony OS. Harmony OS is an operating system that can be installed in a laptop, in a smartwatch, and also smartphones. But for EMUI, it is an operating system based on Android that only installed in Huawei smartphone only. But the point is, the operating system is AI powered. For example, Huawei claimed that their AI has a capability to recognize and understand, for example, image, text, facial recognition, and so on. Next pillar is cybersecurity. Of course, with all the technologies, all the AI stuff, customers are concerned with their security. So Huawei also values their cybersecurity and privacy protection. Their steps in improving the cybersecurity is they established the Global Cybersecurity and User Privacy Protection Committee, which is known as GSPC. This committee is the company's highest authority and is responsible for deciding on and approving the company's overall strategy for cybersecurity and privacy protection. The company also appointed the Global Cybersecurity and Privacy Officer, GSPO, which is responsible for leading his team in improving the strategy in cybersecurity and privacy protection. Huawei also implement end-to-end global cybersecurity and privacy protection system in all their domains. So basically, they regularly conducting measurements on cybersecurity and privacy protection, and also they do some inspections and internal audits to make sure that they gain customers' trust in their products. For the last pillars, augmented reality, which Huawei named it AR engine. So how does it work? Simply aim your camera at an object and the app will show you what it can do with it. It has 3 main functions: motion tracking, environment tracking, and human body and face tracking. So if you want to buy a chair or a couch, you can use an AR technology so that you can get some yearly idea on how it will look inside your house. That's all for the IR4.0 implementation in the company. Now let's talk about the benefit of it. Number 1, improve productivity and efficiency. As the technology gets smarter, just like I mentioned previously, Huawei implement Internet of Things within their devices so that they can connect between smartphones, tablets, they can transfer data, they can transfer picture with ease. Therefore, life efficiency can be improved. Next, better products and services. Over past decade, technology in smartphones has improved really fast, and people are so dependent on their smartphones. Now you see like all people have a smartphones. With better technology implementation by the company, customer loves to use their product. And in fact, according to Statista's website, their studies among thousands of consumers respondents stated that most popular smartphone brand used among consumers in China is Huawei, despite Samsung ranked first globally. As you can see in the chart above, Huawei ranked first with a 36% of the respondent that says that Huawei is the most popular smartphone in China. Come in second place Apple with 26%, and Samsung that I said previously that ranked first globally, but in China they rank 8th in the chart. Therefore, Huawei successfully win people in China to use their product as they serve the best products and services. Number 3, new business models and revenue streams. Just like I explained in the cloud computing, Huawei take advantage of this technology and they implement and they create a storage service to the customer, developer, and make revenue from it. And for the last one is gain customers' trust. With the security and privacy that they provide and all the services and applications that they have, it will make the customers love to use their product, and it will increase the company's popularity, and therefore many people will buy the products. So that's all the explanation of introduction, IR implementation and benefits. Here is the references that I referred, and that's it from me. Thank you and Assalamualaikum.